Hello and welcome to the Alzheimer Society podcast. I'm Rebecca and I'll be taking you through the podcast today. Interest in cooking and eating can change as dementia progresses, as well as tastes and habits. This episode, I'll be discussing maintaining a nutritious diet with Sally Carr, Helpline Adviser. Is a healthy diet important for people with dementia?
Incredibly so, and a lot of people actually, lose their appetite or get a bit kind of finicky about what they're going to eat. But it is really important to keep people as healthy and active as possible, so that they can, live as well as possible as they can with dementia.
What if people lose interest in food and cooking? Is that common?
It is very common. I think people's tastes change. Some people will only eat sweet food, for example. Biscuits are very popular, or get a craving for salty food. Other people forget that they've eaten and overeat, and some people just can't seem to be tempted with anything. It's hard to know why people's tastes change, but they do seem to, and that's a common question we have.
Is it right to be worried if the person you're caring for, your partner, will only eat sweet things or only eat savoury things?
Well, it's not ideal. I mean, all of us should be eating a balanced diet, and people with dementia, if they are to enjoy the life that they have, eating well is going to really help with that. So if they can be tempted to eat food that's good for them, that's going to be a good thing really for their health generally, and particularly in older people.
If someone does just want to eat sweet things or just biscuits, I mean, what's the best way of getting around that?
Well, I think you can obviously adapt recipes and make biscuits with all sorts of things in that are more nutritious than the biscuits you could buy. So, pieces of fruit, spices, I don't know, anything that will tempt them to eat it, but slipping in bits of carrot maybe, or some vegetables in things. Because people's tastes change, in some ways you can get away with odd combinations sometimes.
So do you have any suggestions of any recipes?
Pizzas are quite good because you can buy those little ready-made bases and then put all sorts of nutritious things on the top. Little bits of vegetables, tomatoes, egg, fish, that sort of thing, and then just very quickly cook them in the microwave or whatever. So they are quite, that's quite a simple thing to do. Lots of people love making cakes, people of all ages. So little cupcakes would be another easy thing to do. Cook very quickly so people don't get bored waiting for them. And you can put, good things, fruit, both inside the cake and on the icing. Sometimes we kind of imagine that people, because they've got dementia and they're finding things a bit difficult, maybe they're not so good at making cakes, but with a bit of help they can do it. And using a kind of simple recipe like a cupcake, you could get them involved in weighing things out and stirring things, and all of that can be a real pleasure for somebody with dementia, because they remember how it was. It brings back all those memories of making cakes and things.
Yes, food can evoke quite strong memories of eating ice cream by the sea or roast dinner
definitely.
On a weekend.
Definitely. So anything that can tempt them and involve someone in the cooking process, I think is going to be a pleasure all round, really. Soup would be another thing. Just a lot of nutritious things chopped and sliced and put in some stock, and somebody would find that quite a nice thing to eat, very simple to eat with some bread dipped in it. So I'm not talking about really complex dishes, but things that people can help make in a quick and easy way, and then eat the result right away. So it's an experience for them in terms of remembering old recipes, maintaining their skills in cooking and and also eating something good for them at the end of it. Because people's tastes may be quite odd, it's much better not to keep trying to give them the things that you would like, but to really tap into their own preferences and their own likes and dislikes. Obviously you can add more things, but the whole object is really to get people to eat as well as possible, and tweaking a few recipes and offering foods that they seem to like a lot is no bad thing if it's a way back to getting them to eat again.
For more information, our booklet Food for Thought is available at alzheimers.org.uk/eating. For the Society's Eating and Drinking Fact Sheet, number 511, go to alzheimers.org.uk/factsheets. Thank you for listening to the Alzheimer's Society podcast.